Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals. We been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so. Got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no.
What's going on, YouTube? So, I recently had to change my differential pressure sensor. I had got a service engine light popped on yesterday, and of course I had my OTR diagnostics. I ran a diagnostics on the truck, and it pointed to a couple codes. It pointed to a couple codes that was pointing to the DPF pressure sensor that detects the inlet and outlet pressure to the filter. It's something that actually helps the truck to regulate the soot level. That's when to tell it to do a regen. So I didn't go into like a D rate or anything like that. However, I wanted to get it corrected. The inlet pressure at idle was like 0.1, which is pretty normal at idle. But the outlet pressure was showing 5.1, which was, a little unusual, because if the inlet is coming in and then or if the outlet is higher than the inlet, it's pretty obvious that something is actually wrong. So changed it out. So I'll show you some clips of everything that was going on. Alright, so let's talk about what we're looking at. So right now, the service engine light is on due to the fact of this reading here, which is the diesel particulate filter intake pressure, which is really it's just we're sitting idle right now, so it's lower than what it normally would be. So it would technically get up to like maybe 2.5, something like that, but this is the actual problem. So this pressure right here is stuck at 5.1 psi, which is the outlet pressure, which is totally incorrect. Technically the output should be lower. That 5.1 should be lower than this 0.1. So if it's coming in at 0.1 psi, of course it's not going to be coming out at 5.1 psi. It's impossible. Yeah, maybe somebody knows something more than what I know, and if you do, then hit me up. But right here is the diesel particulate filter pressure. This is the actual pressure that's the exhaust that's actually inside of the filter. So right now it's reading at pretty much nothing. But that's what we're getting. And when we look at the fault codes, we get two fault codes. One fault code is the P3768, which is showing us that the engine control or electronic control module is actually detecting that the DPF outlet pressure sensor circuit, which is pretty much the differential pressure sensor, is saying that the outlet to it, that what we just seen, which is 5.1, is pretty much this P3770, that the sensor is not responding correctly. And the reason being it's stuck. And why is it stuck? I really don't know why. But we actually got the piece. I went past Peterbilt today and I actually got the replacement for it. And I'm gonna replace it in the morning time once the truck actually cools down. And then we're gonna we're gonna see if we have to force a regen It doesn't look like we need to. We're looking at live data. It's the set level is at 80%, but the set level is actually normal right now. Until it gets closer to like the 100, the truck won't actually force more DEF into the system to help burn it off. So right now, all the readings, everything else is reading perfectly fine. We're gonna just see you tomorrow, man. It's nighttime right now. I'm at the actual receiver. So thank God I made it here. Didn't go into a D rate or anything like that. And before we go check in tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I'll get up at 6 and we'll go ahead and get it swapped out in like 4 hours. So we'll see y'all guys there. Let me see. Pressure sensor is going to be back here. So this is it. So we ain't got to get on the ground. We're going to do that from right here. Take these 2 screws out right here, loosen them up, and then we're going to unplug this, unplug these, and swap it from here. All right, we finally got it off, man. Here we go right here. Yep, see this? I don't know if you can see it, but it had water in it. And see that? Yeah, got water coming out of it. So I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be like that. Let's get that joint changed, man. All right, so we got the new one out the box. As you see, the old one had like some fluids coming out of it. I'm pretty sure that may have been the reason that it kind of went haywire. But we have the new one right here. We're gonna reinstall it the way we took it out. All right, so we got the new one in place. Put it back on. As you can see, the electric back on. Put the outlet, the inlet back. It wasn't that difficult. It literally took me like 20 minutes. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna reset the computer and see if we can get the proper reading. Hopefully we ain't gotta go back and take the hoses off and put new ones on there. But if so, hey man, that's what it called for. Life of an owner out, man. All right, YouTube. So, sheesh. All right, so our code is right there. We just actually changed it. So what we're gonna do is we letting the system connect back. Now remember that we was getting an outlet, inlet and outlet was getting a reading. It was stuck at 5.1 for the outlet pressure. So we'll see if we actually get a reading, and if we don't, it should be at 0. Let me see. So the pressure that we're looking at right here is this one. It's going to be the diesel differential filter intake pressure. Of course, it's 0. Truck is off. And the diesel particulate filter outlet pressure, of course, is 0. And then we got the diesel particular filter pressure, the pressure that's streaming, like actually going through the system. When it comes in the intake and leaves out the outtake, what the pressure is actually inside of it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna reset this engine light. And of course, we're at the shipper right now. We're not gonna be able to do our 20-minute drive and take a reading and pull a health report. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to fault codes, go to home, go down here to see as we see active. We're gonna force a reset. Continue. Yes, the truck is on, not running. So we're gonna force this reset, get rid of the engine light as we did, and right here it says done. So it's gonna keep saying active, but it eventually go off. Me personally, I'll turn the truck off, and then I'll go ahead and start it back up once the unit disconnects. Give it a little bit. All right, disconnect it. All right, so I'm gonna turn it back on. Cycle the key, reconnect the system, and let it go through its phase. Let's see what's going on. Now we might be able to get a little read and drive into the front gate, but I'm not going to drive that fast. But as you see that there's no active codes right now. We have no inactive codes right now. So we're just going to start the truck up, let it warm up a little bit. Right now we at 122 degrees, but we about to pull to the front gate because our appointment's at 8 o'clock. Idle her up just a little bit. It's about 950 because when she first starts, she run a little hard. Alright, idle her to 950, get them fluids flowing, and let's go back to here. So let's go to live data. Alright, so alright, where we at? Alrighty, so bang. As you can see, the diesel particulate filter inlet or intake is at 0.2, right? And the outlet is at 0.1. This is actually responding correctly, right? Because yesterday or last night, as I showed you, it was actually showing 5.1, and it was just stuck at 5.1. It wasn't moving at all. So what the computer or the OTR actually detected was that it wasn't operating normally, and that's not normal for pressure to come in lower and then leave out higher. And then here is the pressure in the entire filter, 0.1. So that pressure that's inside is kind of correlated to the pressure that's coming in. So the pressure coming in is a bit higher than the pressure going out, and the pressure that's actually being maintained inside of the filter. So for right now, everything looks like it's supposed to be running. So, we're gonna leave it there, man. I ain't gonna beat your head up too much.